Hello everybody, Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So anyway guys, I'm going to talk about gaslighters today. If you're not sure what that is, I'll give you a little bit of a description. It is somebody who uses certain key phrases to make you doubt yourself. And they really undermine your confidence. They can make you think that you're losing your mind, or they can just shake your confidence. Okay, and in my opinion, I really kind of relate these factors to almost like a sociopathic behavior. So the key message that I want to give you guys is, if you see these tendencies or comments in a certain person, and it's not just a one-time thing, if it's repeated behavior, you're really going to have to be mindful of how close you allow this person to you. You want to take your power back from this type of manipulator. It can be very challenging if you're in an environment where this person is your parent or somebody that you might be, related to, or possibly even your spouse, your partner. So I'm going to give you, I have 10 very popular comments for people that are gaslighters that they like to use to sort of pull the rug out from underneath you. So I was actually watching, this might be relatable for you guys if you ever saw the thing. It was called Surviving R. Kelly. And I recognized some of these traits that he would use to sort of bend people to his will. And I'm sure there's tons of other people that do this, which is why I want to talk about it, because this is like, you really need to guard yourself. And if you're just approaching any type of relationship with somebody, these are really big red flags to watch out for, because they are sort of setting the bait to pull you into a deeper trap, and then a sustained period of being at their beck and call, and probably for their own purpose and not yours. Okay, and they can seem a little bit harmless, and you'll be made to feel that you are overreacting. Okay, but these are classic traits of gaslighters and massive manipulators. So the first thing I have here, it's like you could go to somebody and say, well, I really didn't like this comment, or, why did you treat me that way? Or, and they'll say, it's just your imagination. So first of all, the tone is going to be condescending. It's going to take away any sort of validation. You can't have a normal conversation with somebody like, hey, you really hurt my feelings when you said that, or, something really classic that I found, like when I was growing up and in my dating life, when my boyfriend or my partner would be sort of flirting with other women, or, just staring and like, hey, do you mind not doing that? I'm not doing that. It's your imagination. So kind of making you feel like, I'm not seeing things, but they're not even directly responding. They're just blowing you up. They're just putting that wall up. So it's making you feel like you're not even seen, So if somebody is using that phrase, it's just your imagination. They don't even care how you're feeling. Okay, so that's red flag number one. The second one, and I got this quite a bit too, because you're actually bringing something to somebody's attention that, you'd maybe like them to change their behavior, and Miss Lacey is infiltrating here. Hold on, I have to pause, sorry. I thought she was going to knock down my camera stand, but we're okay. So lighten up, where they could be making some sort of sarcastic comment or making fun of you, or, any other kind of damaging behavior, and you're not laughing. And you're saying, well, that's not funny when you do that, or they could be playing tricks on you or anything to have a laugh at your expense. Oh, lighten up. It's not that bad, And you're expected to modify your behavior to match their behavior, and it's driven out of their own self-satisfaction and not even considering your feelings. So that is red flag number 2. Lighten up. And separately, you might not think that these are things, but if you start to watch pattern behavior and you recognize that these phrases are being interwoven into your experiences, there's something to really watch out for. Again, I want to say right at the beginning of a relationship, you gotta watch out for these things, and your gut is probably already saying, you need to get out of here, okay? Stop being dramatic. Red flag number 3, it's just saying that anything that you have to say, you're over dramatizing, you're just taking a situation and making it into something that isn't even there. Your emotions are being put on like under a spotlight. So you're, again, not being validated, and the responsibility being shifted away from the offending gaslighter and being put back on you. And even if you are being over dramatic, you should get an apology. You should get some sort of indication that your feelings matter. Stop getting upset over nothing. Red flag number 4. It's not nothing to you. People have different thresholds. People grow up in different ways. What upsets you might not upset somebody else. So you bring that to somebody's attention, and if they say that back to you, stop getting upset over nothing. Instead of, oh, okay, I didn't really know that hurt your feelings. I'm sorry for doing that. Not, I'm sorry that you felt that way, because that's another deflection on top of a deflection. No two people react the same way to situations. So if something does offend you and you get that in return, stop getting upset over nothing. It's not nothing to you. So don't allow somebody to minimize that. This is really important stuff for you guys to shield your energy. You're light workers. You are star seeds. You are empaths. You will always attract people that need healing, and it's not your job to heal the world, okay? Like, on that type of a basis. We're here to help raise the planet of the world, right? To move into 4D and 5D. But there's going to be people that you cannot fix, and gaslighters fall into that category, and they just make things worse for you, okay? It was meant to be a joke. This one just drives me crazy. Again, this could be your weight, the way you look, being made fun of. You're actually probably being made fun of, and they're the one laughing at you. It's not funny. It hurts your feelings. So you could get any of these, hey, lighten up. Stop getting upset over nothing. Oh, it was meant to be a joke. Again, you're being minimized. You're being put into a corner. Your feelings are being 100% disregarded. It's not funny. If it's funny to them to make fun of you and like point out your flaws in a very mean way, red flag number 5, So it's your imagination. Oh, I put that twice. It must have been really important to me. So I have 9 things. Ooh, this one. Get some help, okay? So if you're pointing things out to somebody and they say, oh, you need help with that. Or if you're getting upset or you're crying or, you're continually in a state of anxiety and they're saying to you, oh, you need some help. No, you need help getting away from that person maybe, but you probably don't need a psychologist or a psychiatrist. You're just in the wrong company. So remember that one. If somebody is completely unaccountable for their actions and words, and they're saying to you, here's a card, call somebody. I mean, that's a total distraction, deflection. I dated somebody that said this to me all the time, and it really made me feel bad. This next one, this next red flag, it's always something with you. I mean, there's always going to be something in relationships. So you're meant to be working on things together. Again, you don't know what other people's baggage are, the things that make them upset, their trigger points. So if somebody says to you, it's always something with you, they just don't want to talk about it. They want you to feel bad about already feeling bad. Okay, so that's another thing to watch out for. This one here, this is classic. You're being paranoid. So your gut already knows what your mind maybe doesn't want to accept. Like, you know, women's intuition and men's intuition, but you have a sensation that you think that your partner might be speaking to other people, you know, keeping conversations hidden, a behavior hidden, like let's say something really damaging like doing drugs or gambling or staying out late, or you suspect them of having an affair. Where was I? So I'm just going to move on to you're being paranoid. You know, that's what they're saying. They're not going to take responsibility for that because you feel it. You feel it. You know something is off. So you want to talk to them about it and you want to be reassured, but you're being told that you're being paranoid instead. And that's not cool. That is not cool. So the next one I have, this one is devastating. And this is particularly for people that are seeking out victims. No one will ever love you but me. That is so damaging, especially if you've been single for a long time, especially if you already think that, you know, you've got unlovable qualities, if you grew up with a damaging family and you weren't loved and you finally found somebody, but they treat you like crap and they say, well, nobody's ever going to love you but me. So you may as well just hang around and be a victim to all of my harmful behavior. So really watch out for stuff like this, you guys. It can be very difficult when you have a gaslighter in the work environment because it's a tricky situation. But this is really, really, really important for personal relationships, you know, so you will see these things right away. So you have to pay attention to that. And just know that the more that you go along with that person, the more it will escalate. But then you're already emotionally involved with them, so it'll be harder for you to detach. And meanwhile, the poison that they're feeding you with these comments and their behavior is just going to make you feel worse and worse. So this is the type of thing that makes it difficult for people to leave abusive relationships, you know, physical abuse, mental abuse, any type of like indentured servitude where you feel obligated to behave a certain way, to say things a certain way, and to react a certain way so that you don't trigger these comments from them. That has got nothing to do with you, but you will feel like you have to change your behavior in order for them to love you. And don't get hung up on this comment. If somebody ever says that to you, that's not love. This behavior is not love. It's being, oh, here's Lacey again. Just wait. Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, so, you know, it's making you even a bigger victim by staying in this. So you gotta listen to this stuff, you guys. You gotta pay attention to the red flags. Get yourself out of that because it will only get worse over time, and it'll be a million times harder to leave when you allow yourself to feel feelings of love or being in love or obligation to somebody. This is a monumental subject, and these type of people, these gaslighters, they don't care about your feelings. They don't care what happens to you. They care about their ability to manipulate you into behaving the way that they want you to, making you their prisoner. So really beware of this, you guys. You don't even have to respond to any of these comments, you know. Your silence is response enough, you know. So anyway, I hope that all made sense. I got thrown off a couple times and Lacey threatened to knock over my recording equipment a couple times. I don't know what the deal is, so I'm gonna go take care of her. Just sending you guys all my strength and love and light. Namaste, guys. Bye.